In this video, we're going to talk about solving exponential equations when we're given two powers that have the same base, right? So if you have two exponential expressions that have the same base and are set equal to each other, then we can just basically take the exponents of each of our expressions and set them equal to each other and solve that way. So that's actually kind of intuitive. If you think about it this way, let's say we have 5 to the x power equals 5 squared. So in order for this value to equal this value, we have to figure out what x is. Well, we know that 5 squared is 25. So if you were just asked in passing, right, you said, oh, 5 to some power is equal to 25, what would x have to be? Well, we know that that means that x has to be 2 because 5 squared is 25. 5 times 5 is 25. So this, right, we know 5 squared is equal to 25. This is really just applying what we were talking about up here. We have two powers that have the same base, so we can just take their exponents and set them equal to each other. This just says that x then should equal 2. So we want to apply this idea in a little bit more rigorous problem. And so let's take a look at an example using this. So we want to solve this problem here. So it says 2 to the negative x equals 16. So we need to figure out, right, if we're trying to use that property, we need to figure out some way to express both of these with the same base. 2 really can't be broken down anymore. It's already in its lowest terms. So that means we're probably going to have to manipulate 16 to be expressed as 2 to some power. So we know we're going to have 2 to the negative x. 16 can be expressed as 2 to the fourth power. 2 to the fourth power. So we have 2 to the negative x equals 2 to the fourth. And then if we use that property that we were just talking about, this tells us that then we can kind of ignore the bases and just take the exponents and set them equal to each other. So negative x should equal 4, right? The opposite of x is equal to 4. And then to solve this, we just divide both sides by -1, and we get that x should be -4. And again, you can always check your work by just taking this and plugging it back in. So we have 2 to the -4. Is that 16? Well, when you subtract a negative, you get a positive, so that's 2 to the fourth. And 2 to the fourth is, in fact, 16. So this works.